Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, could you guys please let me know? Hello everyone, are you guys able to listen me properly? Is there any issues with the audio or the video? Please let me know, guys. Hello guys, if there is any issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, good evening, good evening, good evening, guys, good evening. Are you guys able to listen to me properly? Is there any issues with the audio or the video, guys? Please let me know. Clear? No issues with the audio or the video, right, guys? Okay, great, awesome. So, how are you guys? Is it fine, good, great, amazing? What is the scenario right over here? How are you guys? Is everybody fine, good, great, amazing? What is the scenario, guys? What is the scenario? Good, fine, great, amazing, all okay. Okay, that's really great, guys. That's really great. So yesterday I told you guys, right, that how you should be studying throughout this boot camp. Did you guys try to do that? Like after the boot camp ended, did you guys try to write things down? Like try to like practice whatever has been taught in the class. Did you guys try to do that? Please let me know. See, it's fine even if you didn't do it. Okay, that's up to you. That was just my suggestion. Okay, that if you are able to do that, you will be able to retain more. You will be able to learn more. Okay, so that was my opinion right over there. But again, if you guys have not done it, it will be my humble suggestion. Try it just for one particular day itself. Okay, try it just for one particular day and you guys will be able to remember stuff like anything. Okay, so my day one attendance got missed. Sure, yeah, no issues in that. See, out of the entire 7 days, okay, out of the entire 7 days, if you're missing out on one attendance, we still give you guys the certificates. Okay, we are strict but we are not assholes. Okay, so even if you miss one day of attendance, we consider that because we are also able to understand it. But if you like miss more than that, then it depends upon my mood. If my mood is good, then yeah, 2 days of attendance miss, I still give the certificates. If my mood is bad, then 2 days of attendance missed, we don't give the certificates. Okay, so for 2 days or more, it basically depends upon my mood itself. But for one day, yeah, we give the certificates. That is a rule that we have created. Okay. Okay, guys. So yesterday, can somebody let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class? Please let me know. Can you guys let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class, guys? Please let me know. We learned the basics of HTML, right? So we learned how to create the structure of our website, the skeleton of our website itself. But we are not going to marry a skeleton, right? We are not going to make our skeleton our boyfriend or girlfriend itself. We need to make it look good. We need CSS as well. So now we are going to start learning today a little bit about CSS. So what I've planned for you guys is that today we'll spend a little bit time learning CSS. From tomorrow, we will directly enter into the project. From tomorrow, we will directly enter into the project itself, guys. We will not be wasting any more time. We have learned a little bit of HTML. Today, we'll be learning a little bit of CSS, and then we'll be proceeding. And then we'll be proceeding further tomorrow onwards directly with the Amazon clone. The reason why I'm shifting JavaScript for a later point of time is because once the entire clone is made, then we require JavaScript. So we can do it at a later point of time. We'll first start with the project itself. Will that be fine with everybody? Project name, as the name of the bootcamp basically suggests to you guys in the like downstairs, right? That is like Amazon clone. So yeah, Okay, so will that be fine with everybody? Please let me know. Dry cough. No, actually, I'm suffering from bacterial infection in my entire lungs. So doctor has actually said no to me to rest completely, don't speak anything. And yeah. So tomorrow I have to go to the doctor, and he is going to just kill me at the end of the day. I know that. So I'm taking up like 5, 6 medicines right now. It's shit. Okay, and the medicines taste like crap. Like when I was small, when I in my childhood, there used to come this very orange color cough medicine itself. It used to be so good, so amazing. Like I could just drink that, but it was alcoholic, I guess. That is the reason why it got stopped or something. But that was so good. And nowadays you take up some shit like cough syrup and yeah, ascoril. Like what the fuck, man? Why does it taste so bad? Why does it taste so bad? I hate it from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so let's continue, guys, with the class. Okay, so let me share my screen first of all. Yeah, we'll be studying about a div tag today as well. But first, we will have to study about a little bit of CSS, and then we'll proceed further with the rest of the stuff. Okay, so let me do that. Medicine is not for taste. I know. I'm not a doctor. I'm an engineer. My brother is a doctor actually. So my younger brother is currently studying MBBS. But yeah, I would love to see like companies making medicines that taste very good. Like would be nice. Okay, so I've shared my screen as well, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's get started, guys, with CSS. So let me open up Replit. What is Amazon Clone? Please tell about that. Rahul Raj, from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting that project that is Amazon Clone using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. Let's create the REPL. And yeah, so we are having it right over here. We'll be starting with a like bare minimum scratch. Okay, so one more thing, guys. This is something that I forgot to tell you guys yesterday. This is also a very important interview question. That is the reason why I wanted to tell you guys that, but I forgot about it. So please listen to this very carefully. Are you able to see this particular like line of code right over here? Doc type HTML. Are you guys able to see this doc type HTML, guys? Please let me know. Yes, everybody is able to see this. Great, awesome. So your eyesight is very good. That has been checked right now. Okay, so now that your eyesight is good, the question that usually gets asked in the interviews is that this doc type HTML, what is the use of that? And should we put it inside of our code or not? Very simple question, guys. What is the use of doc type HTML? And should we put it up inside of our code or not? Okay. So anybody who would like to answer these two questions, that would be great. Otherwise, I can help you guys out with that. It's a good interview question, guys. Very basic interview question, actually. Okay. So two of you guys actually answered it almost correctly. Okay. First one, Mohammed Arsat. I'm very sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm not good with pronunciations. Okay, Mohammed has answered it correctly, and one more person, Pranav Nanda, has answered the thing correctly. Okay, so these were the first two people who answered it correctly itself. So let's go a little bit back in time, guys. Okay, we are very new. Let's go a little bit back in time. Okay, so back in 2015, 2012. Okay, that is the year. The version of, so there are versions, okay, just like GTA 5, right? GTA game is there, right? Everybody, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA Chinatown, GTA Punjab, GTA 3, GTA 5, and now GTA 6 is going to come out, right? So there are different versions of this game that exists. In the exact same way, every software, every programming language as well has different versions. Okay, so HTML right now, the current most stable version that everybody is using right now in the entire world is the HTML version 5. Let me open up the OneNote so that I'm able to like try. I will try to make you guys able to understand this much more appropriately. Okay, so right over here, guys, HTML version 5. Okay, that is the current most stable version of HTML. Before this, back in 2012, 2015, we had HTML version 4. That was the most popular one. Now, what happens is that what is HTML? It is code, right? But as a user, if I am a user, I want to see a website. Am I seeing the HTML code or I am seeing the website, the visual representation of that code? Can you guys let me know? As a user who is visiting a website, let's say google.com, so when you type www.google.com, guys, okay, www.google.com, does it show me the HTML code or does it show me the visual website? It shows me the website, right? So who is showing me this website at the end of the day? It is your Chrome browser, that is your browser itself, right? Your Chrome browser, your Opera Mini browser, whatever browser that you guys are using, right? So the browser basically reads your HTML code and showcases the website to you. That is what the browser does. Now, back in 2012, 2015, HTML version 4, the version 4 of HTML was the default version and the most stable version, which means that there is no kind of problems with that code itself, any kind of problems with that code. Okay, all the browsers in the entire world by default understood only HTML version 4. That's it. So even if you're writing your code in the latest version of HTML, even if you are writing your code in the latest version of HTML, your browser is going to understand it as HTML version 4 only. And this might cause some kind of problems while showing your website. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. So basically, it is like saying that if I travel back in time, if I travel back in time, my current English, it's shit, right? You, if you hear it properly, it's not very good. It's actually very, very terrible. Like the grammar is very bad. I stutter a lot. I will put wrong words at wrong places. I will mispronounce words as well. My English is not that great. If I go back in time into the Victoria era, okay, in the Shakespearean era itself, and if I speak the English that I'm currently speaking, they will not be able to understand it. For them, it was "thou shall not speak." Okay, this was the kind of English that they used to speak, the Shakespearean English, right? So they will not be able to understand my English itself. Why? Because I'm using the latest version of English, but they are only able to understand the fuck is that. So they will not be able to understand it because for them they are only able to understand the previous version of English itself, right? In the exact same manner, the browsers were only able to understand HTML version 4. They were not able to understand the latest version of HTML. That is the reason why while writing our HTML code, we used to write doctype HTML. This is what we used to write, guys, as the first line of code. This basically told the browsers, this line basically told the browsers that, dude, this is the latest version of HTML. This is HTML version 5. Interpret as HTML version 5, not as the default HTML version 4. Interpret as HTML version 5, not as HTML version 4. Are you guys able to understand why do we need to use the why did we need to use the doctype HTML line of code itself? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes. Basic difference between version 4 and version 5, you can just do a simple Google search. It will get you the differences very easily itself. Okay. Now, in 2024, okay, all the browsers have made HTML version 5 itself as the default version of HTML. In 2024, guys, all the browser have made, it's all the updated browsers, keep that in mind, guys. If you're using a very old computer with a unupdated browser itself, then that will still treat it as HTML version 4. So all the updated browsers that are there, they still use HTML. They have like made it like by default they understand HTML version 5. So you don't have to write doctype HTML. But if some noob, some particular person tries to open up your website inside of like an old computer or an old browser, it will still be rendered as HTML version 4. So that might cause you some problems. Are you guys able to understand this? That even though most of the latest browsers that are there, okay, Daksh Panchal, I'm not going to answer your question. Please, if you ask it one more time, I'm going to just remove you from the class. Okay. So, like I said, the latest versions of the browsers that are there, they will be able to understand HTML version 5. But anybody trying to access your website on an older version of the browser will not be able to access your website properly. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. This is a very important interview question, guys. This is how you need to explain it to the interviewer when they will be asking you that does doctype HTML is needed right now or not. This is the answer that they will be expecting right over there. If you're giving any, if you just say yes or just say no, that is a wrong answer. You have to explain. Okay, so explanation is very important, guys. Okay, so now that we have covered this, that I forgot, so that was my mistake at the end of the day. Let's continue with CSS. Okay, so we'll create a very simple website right over here, guys. Let me put up a simple website right over here, HTML. Let's create a head tag right over here. Let's create a title tag right over here. My first website. Let's go with a body tag right over here, guys. Let's have an h1 tag right over here. This is easy. Okay, let us save this. So this is our current website that we have created, guys. Let us check our website up. Okay, so if we go back to our website, refresh our page, as you're able to see, we are getting the particular text. This is easy. That is big and bold on our website, guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use CSS to change the color of that particular, this particular line of that is your h1. Okay, that is currently black in color. We will change it to multiple different colors itself. Now there are three ways of using CSS or adding CSS to your HTML file. Okay, there are three ways of adding CSS to your HTML file, guys. The first way and the most easiest way is called as inline CSS. Okay, the most easiest and the most direct way is inline CSS, guys. Okay, can somebody let, if you guys don't know, inline basically means we'll be adding the CSS property in the same line as our HTML code, guys. We'll be adding our CSS property in the same line as our HTML code. So we want to make a color change to the h1 tag. Am I right, guys? To make a color change to our h1 tag. So in the same line, we'll add an attribute right over here, guys. We'll add an attribute right over here. That is the style attribute. S-T-Y-L-E, style attribute, guys. Okay. Now this style attribute basically contains your styling that you want to put. Okay. You don't tell href. Deshmukh, I've told you about the MDN documentation. You can just go to MDN documentation and check it from right over there. Okay, I will be covering those things that are important for the project. As soon as we'll be moving to the project, whatever will be coming up, new things that will be coming up while doing the project, I'll be explaining right over there. I don't have time to go over every single thing. Okay, that is the reason why I've told you about href. Go to your MDN documentation, check about it from right over there. Okay, if you have any kind of doubts like this, internet is your best tool. So H1 styling. Okay, now what style do we want to put up? We want to change the color to red. Let's assume that, okay, we want to change the color of our text to red. So we just have to write color, color. Please make sure you are not using color. This is not your UK English, this is your US English. So your spellings and everything that is there will be in terms of the US English, guys, not UK English. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Your spellings will be according to US English, not UK English. Okay, so color, I want to put up the color as red, RED, red itself. Okay, and we will be putting up a semicolon right over here and we'll be saving it. So what we have done is that we have selected our h1 tag. This is inline CSS, guys. We have selected our h1 tag. We have applied a new attribute to it, a new property to it. This property is the style property. Okay, and this is your color should be red in color. Now why have we put it up in this particular way? Because this is the syntax of how to put CSS, how to use CSS. You have to memorize it. There's no understanding about it. You choose the particular color property, you put up a colon, you put up what change you want in that particular property, and then semicolon. That is the end of that particular sentence itself, guys. Okay, so let us save this. Let us go back to our website, refresh our page. As you are able to see, now our color is red in color. Okay, this is called as inline CSS. The second type of CSS is called as internal CSS, guys. The second type of CSS is called as internal CSS. As the name suggests, internal CSS is basically in the same file. Our CSS code is in the same file as our HTML code, guys. Not in the same line, in the same file. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, let me remove this. This is no longer needed. Control X, Control S. And then right over here, guys, inside of our head property, because CSS is again something like a metadata, guys. It is not actually a particular information that you need. Please try to understand this. It is not showing up on your screen. If I'm writing that color red is not coming up on my screen. The thing that I'm selecting is becoming red in color. So it is also an extra information. It is also a type of metadata. Okay, so I'll use the tag called as style style tag itself, and whatever styling that you want to provide, it goes in between this style tag, and this style tag exists inside of the head tag itself, guys. Okay, so style tag you will have to create. Inside of the style tag, the first thing that you have to do is to select the tag that you want to apply the changes to. So which tag do I want to apply the changes to, guys? Which tag do I want to apply the changes to? The h1 tag. So I'll be selecting the h1 tag first, and then inside of curly braces, I will apply the changes that I want to apply to the h1 tag. That is color. Let's change the color to blue. Okay, color is blue in color, guys. Okay, let's save this up. So as you're able to see, I've selected the h1 tag, I've changed its color to blue, and that's it. I will go back to my website, refresh the page. As you're able to see, the color is now changed to blue in color. You have learned about internal CSS, you have learned about inline CSS. Now it comes the time for the last CSS, guys, that is the external CSS. So what do you think does external CSS mean? If you have already learned about inline and internal, right? So I hope so you guys will be able to understand what is external CSS. Can you think about it? What is external CSS, guys? Please let me know. What is external CSS, guys? Please let me know. Our CSS is present in different files. Simple. Internal means in the same file, then external means in a different file, right? So we'll go back and we'll go back right over here, guys, and we have already created a new file called as style.css. We'll select our h1 tag and we'll change its color to green in color, guys. We'll change its color to green in color. Okay. Now, if I go back, I'll delete this. I'll delete the inline CSS, internal CSS, guys. If I go back to my website and refresh the page, as you're able to see, it is black in color. It is not green in color, guys. Why do you think this happens? I have written the right code. I have not written the wrong code. I've selected the H1 tag. I've applied the color to green in color itself. But still on my website, it is still black in color. Why has that happened, guys? Can somebody let me know? So somebody said we have not linked both the files together. Why do we need to link the files together? This is a very important question. Why do we need to link the file together? The files are present in the same folder, right? The same folder that is being shown right over here. Why do we need to link the files together, guys? Why do we need to link the files together? Because it is a metadata. You are wrong then. The answer to this particular question is that the browser only reads the HTML file. That's it. That is the answer. The browser does not read any other file. It only reads the HTML file. So now when you go to the HTML file, is there anywhere where we have mentioned that there is another file present called as styles.css, wherein our style sheet is present? All our styling for this website is present right over there. Have we mentioned it anywhere? What the fuck? No, right? The fuck is that? So that is what we need to mention right over here. And to mention that, we use the tag called as the link tag, guys. Link, okay? Link and then style sheet, relationship style sheet, href dot slash style dot css. Now, if you look at this very closely, guys, there is no end tag right over here. Are you guys able to see this? We do not have any closing tag right over here, guys. We do not have any closing tag right over here. That is just link and something written. I will explain what does this mean. Do not worry about that. Okay. But we don't have anything else right over here, guys. Why is that the case? We don't have an ending tag. Every tag that we used, opening tag, closing tag, opening tag, closing tag. Arey behan. परेशान मत कर. So this type of tags are called as self-closing tags, guys. These type of tags are called as self-closing tags. They don't require an opening and a closing tag. When do you require an opening and a closing tag, guys? When you want to put some material inside of it, some content inside of it. For example, the body tags, we are having this particular tag, that is the content in between them. For the h1 tag, we are having this particular content in between them. For the head tag, we are having this particular content in between them, and so on and so forth. Link tag does not require anything to be put inside of it. So it does not require an opening and a closing tag. Hence, we call them as a self-closing tag, guys. You can just put a backslash. That's it. That basically tells you a self-closing tag is. Okay. Now let's come to the two attributes or properties of the link tag. The first property is the REL or the relation. Is the relationship. What is the relationship between the current HTML tag sorry, the current HTML file and the file that you are linking it up with. What is the relationship between the current file, that is the HTML file, and the file that we are linking it up with? The relationship is that style.css is the style sheet. It contains the styling for our HTML file, guys. Okay, href or your reference. Where is your file located? Href or hypertext reference itself, it basically means where is your file currently located at. Okay, so our file is dot slash, basically means wherever index.html is currently present in the same folder. Dot slash basically means wherever index.html is present in the same folder, find a file called as style.css. Find a file called as style.css, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know, guys. Yes. So now if we save it, if we go back to our website and refresh our page, our this is easy is coming up in green in color. We wanted it to be green in color, right? So it is now green in color itself. Now the question arises, what if I select the H1 tag, I apply I put all the three right over there. I am like next level. I will put up a styling right over here as well, style style. I'll put up color is red in color. Okay, amazing. I will put up inline CSS. I will again select that same shit right over here in style as well. Okay, I will put up the style tag right over here as well. And I will put up the internal CSS as well, guys. I'll say H1 tag, I'll select it up. I'll change the color to be blue in color, guys. Okay. So what do you think will be the color? So now I've applied inline CSS, internal CSS, as well as external CSS to the same tag, to the same H1 tag itself. Will it now be red in color? Will it now be blue in color? Or will it now be green in color, guys? Which color will it be? Which color will it be, guys? Take a random ass guess if you don't know. What is the foul with that, right? We are here to learn. I'm not going to say to you that, okay, I'm not going to tell you this. Go and find it out. Okay, I'm not going to do that, right? Let's go and check it out. Let's refresh the page. And as you're able to see, it is red in color. The reason for that is your inline CSS has more priority than your internal CSS, and the least priority is to your external CSS itself. You can think about it in such a way that somebody sitting next to you is saying, or very close to you, saying that chuti aisa baal hai, okay, just go and have a haircut, okay. So you listen to them, right? That okay, I should get a haircut done. It does not look nice on me. They are telling me they are very close to me itself. Internal CSS is like somebody in your building, your neighbor. Okay, he's not that close with you. Your neighbor basically told you that okay, dye your hair red. It will look nice on you. You might you may listen to him, you may not listen to him. You will always give priority to the people that is much more closer to you, right? And external CSS is like somebody walking on the road saying to you that okay, change your hair color to green in color. That will be the least amount of fucks that you will give to them, right? So that is how you can think about it, that inline CSS has the much more priority than your internal and then your external. Now comes the shocking part. Never use inline and internal CSS. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? For a web developer, a good thumb of rule is never use inline or internal CSS. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. The reason for that is because of organized way of coding. If you keep using inline CSS, then you are mixing up your HTML and CSS code. That is never good. Very, very bad quality of coding that you are having right over there. Then comes internal CSS. Although HTML and CSS are separated, the code is separated, but it is still in the same file, increasing the size of your file and increasing the size of your website as well. So it is always a good thumb of rule to keep your external, always using external CSS itself. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Okay, the next topic that is very important for us to understand is what will happen if I do this. So currently, what the fuck? Currently, I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 H1 tags on my website, guys. Currently, I'm having 9 H1 tags on my website. I'm selecting an H1 tag. I'm changing its color to green. So now what will happen? Will only the first H1 tag be green in color? Will a random H1 tag be selected and will be green in color? Will the last H1 tag be selected and will be green in color? Or will all the 9 H1 tags will be green in color? What is going to happen, guys? I don't know. I don't know. Let's check it out. Okay, let's check it out. Or whether none of them are going to be green in color. I don't know that. Okay, so let us go back to our website. Let us refresh our page. As you're able to see, all the 9 H1 tags are now green in color itself, guys. But this is not good, right? You don't want like all your newspaper headings to be red in color. You'll want that, okay, alternate ones to be red in color, or maybe only one of them to be red in color. How can we do that? We don't want to select all the H1 tags on our website and change them into green in color or change them into red in color. Most of the time that is not going to be the case itself. So what can we do right over there? This is where the concept of IDs and classes come into picture, guys. Okay, have you guys heard about IDs and classes, or this is the first time that you are hearing about it? Have you guys heard about IDs and classes, or this is the very first time that you are hearing about it, guys? First time you're hearing about IDs and classes? Eh, I can guarantee that this is not the first time that you're hearing about IDs and classes. Everybody, I can guarantee it to you guys. Guarantee. You'll be like, how can you guarantee that? Okay, you don't even know me or what I've studied up till now. How can you guarantee that to us? Because IDs, okay, in your school days, you are having ID, okay, your roll number itself. So IDs is something that you have already seen. And classes, class 10A, class 10B, class 10C, class 10D. You have already learned about IDs in classes where you were in school. You just didn't understand it. You just don't know how to connect it with CSS, but actually it is the same. There's no difference right over there. It is the same, guys. So let us talk about it in the next 6 minutes, guys. Right now, I'm giving you guys 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. We will be continuing our class. We are not going to stop with our class, guys. We are going to continue with our class at exactly 8:58. I will be closing the attendance. Exactly 8:58. I will be closing the attendance. The attendance link is there in the live chat, guys. Exactly 8:58. I will be closing the attendance. Please start filling up the attendance, guys. And then we'll be continuing with our class. We are not going to stop our class, guys. We have to finish up with a little bit of classes and IDs, and if possible, a little bit of like relative and absolute unit of measurements, so that we are able to start with our project from tomorrow onwards. We cannot waste a lot much time right over there, guys. Okay, so like I said, guys, the attendance link is in the live chat. Please start filling up the attendance at exactly 8:58. The attendance link will be closed. Okay, and I will not be providing the attendance link after a minute. After a minute, I will not be able to provide you guys with the attendance link as well. So your attendance link will be closed exactly at 8:58, guys. Please start filling up the attendance. Okay, so now I'll not be providing the attendance, guys, and I'll be chilling right now a little bit. So we'll start the class at exactly 8:58, guys. You are having a few minutes to fill up the attendance. Please do that. You're having a few minutes to fill up the attendance. I'm not going to pin up the attendance link, guys. The attendance will be closed at exactly 8:58, guys. Please start filling up the attendance right now. Exactly 8:58. Your attendance will be. Is your mustache real? Why the fuck would I place a fake mustache? Like, what does that get me? That's a very dumb question to ask. At exactly 8:58, the attendance link will be closed, guys. Please start filling up the attendance. At exactly 8:58, the attendance link will be closed. So please start filling up the attendance, guys. Sir, in React Bootcamp also you're going to start from scratch? Absolutely, yes. Every bootcamp we start from the basics. Even if you're coming from a previous bootcamp, even if you know the topic as well, I don't care about it. I'll still start from the basics. Okay. We'll talk about the div tag as well once we have finished up a little bit about our IDs and classes. It is very important for us. At exactly 8:58, the attendance link will be closed. Sir, I have a doubt. Can you explain the code for decreasing the opacity for background images? It's simple CSS code itself. Just Google it up. You'll get the answer for that. Okay. What's your age, DevTown? So my name is not DevTown. My name is Shaurya. Okay. And my age is right now approximately how much will be my age? 26, I guess. Yeah. So Python पे एक लीजिए. I'm thinking about doing that. It is right now. I've already scheduled a lot of ones for just web development, but definitely yes, I'll be taking up on Python as well. Definitely. Okay. So are you from IIT? No, guys, I'm not from any IIT. I didn't even qualify for IIT. I actually failed the JEE Advanced exam itself in chemistry. I actually scored really very well in mathematics and physics, but I failed in chemistry. So when I gave the exam in JEE Advanced, there were two papers. Okay, paper one and paper two, and then your total score was created. So in paper one, I had something like 56, 57 marks in chemistry, very well scored. In the second paper, I had negative marks. I had something like, if 12 marks were the passing marks for chemistry, then I had scored like 11. Like that is how much negative I had in the second paper. So actually, like I fucked up a lot in chemistry. That is the reason why I never ended up at an IIT itself. But yeah, I didn't, like, it didn't matter. At the end of the day, it is your knowledge and your skill set that matters in placements, not which college you are from. Okay, DSC or development, what you choose? I chose both. If you want to get into a big company like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, that is your aim, you have to choose both. You don't have an option. Now, if your aim is to get into like startups, then you have to choose development itself. If your aim is to get into TCS, Infosys, Wipro, these type of companies, then you have to choose DSA itself. That is the simplest of things that I can explain it to you guys. Okay, so let's continue from right over there itself, guys. And yeah, what was I saying before that? Yeah, we need to learn about our simple things, that is classes and IDs. Okay. Divyanshu Gupta, were you not even present in the class while I was teaching stuff? Because I've already told this. Should I just cancel your certificates? Because I've already explained what we're going to do from tomorrow. So I think so. You have not even listened in the class. So that's really bad. Divyanshu, let me know what I've told. What are we going to do from tomorrow? Okay, guys. In the meanwhile, while Divyanshu is answering that, let's try to understand classes and IDs. Okay. So, what is an ID? Do you guys remember that? ID or your roll number itself? Let's take up an example of a school. Okay. The school is DevTown School. The school is DevTown School, guys. The school has a lot of different students inside of it. Okay. The school has a lot of different students inside of it. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, guys. Okay. So these are the total number of students in the school. Now, each of these students will have their very own roll number. Screen is not visible. I'm very sorry, guys. Let me share my screen again with you. Sorry, guys. So yeah, like I said, this is a school called as DevTown. Each of these circles are students itself. Now, each of these students will have a unique roll number. You will have a unique ID itself. And that ID will be no two students in the entire school will have the exact same ID. Everybody will have different IDs. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Every student will have a unique ID. No two students in the entire class or the entire school are going to have the same roll number. Everybody is going to have different IDs and different roll numbers. So right over here, guys, let's give them IDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so everybody I've given them a separate ID. Now these students will be grouped together in classes, right? So these students will put them in class 9A. These students will put them in class 9B. These students will put them in class 9C. These students will put them in class 9D. Right? Now, it is the worst time of the entire year for these students. The annual day function. Where these students are forced to wear inappropriate and shit ass like clothes itself and forced to dance in front of strangers. Okay, that was my definition of annual day, and I am very ashamed to say this. I hated every single moment of it, especially when we were dancing. Spending time with our friends, that was amazing, but yeah, the rest of the time was really like horrible. I'm a very bad dancer, and I used to prefer to be a tree in the background or some shit like that. Like that is what I used to do. But like that was the worst time for me. So, like I said, worst time of the year, annual day function has come up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to see that all the students, okay, I'm the principal, guys. I'm going to take up the like badla, okay, whatever I faced. I'm going to take up the badla right now. I'm going to say that all the students in class 9th A are going to wear green color clothes. All the students of class 9A are going to wear green color clothes itself, guys. So all these students will now be wearing green color clothes. Am I right? No matter who they are or what is their ID or something like that, all the students that have the class as 9A are going to wear green color clothes. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Then I will say all the students of class 9C are going to wear golden color clothes. So no matter who the students are, so not golden color clothes. Let's not put golden. We'll use golden at a later point of time. Let us use some other color. Let us use blue color clothes. Okay, so all the students of class 9C will wear blue color clothes, right? Similar to that, all the students of class 9B, let's say, will make them wear Gray color clothes. Okay, so these guys will be wearing gray color clothes itself, guys. And then for the last particular person, that is all the students of class 9D, let them wear pink color clothes. Okay, so they are facing the worst possible like color choice that can be there. That is pink color clothes itself. Now let's say that I come right over here and I say that I have a beef with the student having roll number 11. I don't like that student. Roll number 11, ID of 11, guys. I hate him. He has troubled me throughout the entire year itself. I don't like him at all. So I'm like, this is my chance to make sure that he suffers for the rest of his like last 2 years of school itself. So what I'm going to say is that you student having roll number 11, you are going to wear golden color clothes and you will be the golden snitch of this particular school itself, just like in Harry Potter, right? You'll be the golden color snitch right over there. So what do you think? Now I've also said that all students of class 9B are going to wear blue color clothes. I'm also saying that the student having roll number 11 is going to wear golden color clothes. So now what is he going to wear? Is he going to wear blue? Is he going to wear golden? Is he going to wear both? Half blue, half golden. What is he going to do right now, guys? Think about it. What is he going to do right now, guys? Think about it. He's going to wear golden color clothes. Why? Because I'm saying that you with the ID, okay, I'm pointing him out separately that you are going to wear golden color clothes. So IDs have a little bit more priority than your particular class. Okay, so right over here, guys, the student having the roll number 11 will wear golden color clothes. Okay, so in the exact same manner, guys, in the exact same manner, think of this entire school as a website. Okay, think of this entire school as a website, guys, and all these students has nothing else but elements or tags on the website. It can be the h1 tag, it can be the paragraph tag, it can be a div tag as well, it can be multiple different tags, guys, right? So we can put these different particular tags, we can assign them a class. Okay, so multiple tags can have the same class as well, but no two tags can have the same ID. Every tag, if you are assigning an ID, should have a unique ID itself. A student can be there that has no ID and no class. A newly enrolled student, right? He has no ID, he has no roll number, he has no class as well. He has nothing right over there, right? In the exact same manner, there can be a tag on our website as well that can have like no tags or no IDs or no particular class, right? So you can assign the same class to multiple tags, but you cannot have like multiple tags with the same ID. Are you guys able to understand the concept of classes and IDs over like over the top of your head, guys? We're going to do it practically as well, but are you guys able to understand the gist of it? Please do let me know. Like I said, it is the same as what you have seen in school, guys. The same as what you have seen in school. Okay. Lavish, you can do that, but that is a wrong way of doing it. Then you will be called as a noob. Do you want to be called as a noob? I don't think so. I don't want to be called as a noob. So never put two tags with the same ID. Always use different IDs itself. Okay. Okay. So let us go back to our coding environment itself. And what we're going to do right now is that we're going to assign classes to these H1 tags. And what we're going to do is we're going to assign two classes, an even class and an odd class, guys. So H1, the first is basically the first. So that will have the class of odd because first, so one odd. So CLASS class is equals to odd. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that all the odd classes that are there, okay, all the odd h1 tags will be red in color, all the even h1 tags will be blue in color. So alternate tags will have alternate colors, guys. Guys who are asking for attendance, I don't really give a fuck about it. You guys were late in the class. I had given enough time. All the students who are live with us have already filled up the attendance. So if you are not paying attention in the class, you are late in the class, I don't really care about it. If you want your attendance, please come in the class from tomorrow onwards on time. If you're missing out on one attendance, we still give you guys the certificates. But don't go cranking about that. Oh shit! Like I lost my attendance. Okay, you were not paying attention. You were not present in the class. How did the rest of the students were able to fill up the attendance? Like they are not like they're not god, right? They are also normal human beings. They were able to do it, so anybody can. So be attentive, be on time in the class, you will get your attendance. Okay. Sharani, I'm sorry, I can't change my personality for you. Okay, it's not as if I'm going to marry you, right? So that is not going to happen. So my personality is going to remain the same. If you like it, you can stay, you can learn. If you don't like it, there's no door, but you can understand. So let's continue from right over there. We'll assign the classes right like this itself. Okay, so all the odd ones will assign the class of odd, and then the same thing will do for the class even as well. So we'll assign the class even right over here. Okay, we'll assign the class even itself. And let's copy this up as well and let's save it up. So we'll assign the class even to all the others. Let's save it. Now, up till this point of time, guys, what we were doing is this is called as the selector. Okay, this is called as the selector in HTML, sorry, in CSS, guys. So I'm selecting the h1 tag right now. What do I need to select? I need to select the class. So how can I select the class, guys? Does anybody know how to select a class? Does anybody know how to select a class, guys? So to select a tag is very simple. H1P, directly write it down. To select a class, it is a little bit more tricky. You have to put dot and then the class name. For example, dot odd. Okay. So here I'm selecting all the tags on my website that have the class of odd. Okay. And the color I'm going to assign it to as red in color. In a similar manner, if I want to select the like even class, so I'll just do dot even and then I'll put color as blue in color. So now when I go on my website and refresh the page, as you're able to see, the odd tags are red in color and the even tags are blue in color itself. Let's say the fifth tag, okay, the fifth tag, 1 2 3 4 5, the fifth tag that we are having. See, Ninja, you don't even know what will happen if you miss on one of day of attendance. That means that is a guarantee that you didn't come in on time in the class, because I have already told it in today's class. So if you were there in the class, you should already know the answer. You shouldn't be asking me that. And if you're asking me that, that means you are not present in the class. That is the proof. Okay. So right, as you're able to see, now we want to select the fifth tag right over there, and just only the fifth tag, I want to change it into green in color. Only the fifth tag, guys. Only the fifth tag. I want to change it into green in color. How are we going to do that? The dot is basically that we are selecting the class, this class, the name that you have put up right over there, right? So to select that, you need to put up the dot. That is basically your grammar syntax. That is how you select a class. I wanted to select the h1 tag, you wrote h1. You want to select a class, you write dot. Okay. So now we are going to assign an ID as well to the fifth particular h1 tag. So 1 2 3 4, and 5. Fifth H1 tag, I'll put up an ID as well, guys. Let's put up the ID of UNIQ. Okay. So I'm going to put up an ID of UNIQ, guys. As you're able to see, this fifth one has an ID of unique as well as a class of odd. This fifth H1 tag has an ID of unique and a particular class of odd, guys. Let us select the particular ID. Now to select an ID, you use hash. Just like you select a class by using dot, you select a particular ID by using hash. Hash and then the name of the ID, that is unique. That is the name of our ID. Let's put color is green in color. Let's put color is green in color. So you select a class by using dot. You select a particular ID by using hash right over here, guys. Okay. So here for the fifth H1 tag, we are having an ID as well. We are having the class as well. But as you're able to see, only the ID will be selected. If you go back to our screens, let me save both of them right over here. And we refresh our page. As you're able to see, the ID, the property that we use right over there, the ID is getting applied right over there, guys. And we are having the fifth tag as green in color. We are having the fifth tag as green in color, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Only the fifth tag is green in color, guys. Rest everything is in the same pattern. That is the use case of ID. Now let me tell you another tip if you guys want. Never use IDs. That is a tip for most of the software engineers and web developers right over there. Never use IDs, guys. Never use IDs at any particular point of time. Never use IDs. Now, many of you guys will be asking me why we shouldn't be using IDs. Why are IDs wrong? Right? Many of you guys will be asking this particular question. So the point is that the reason why I'm saying this is actually pretty simple. Pretty simple, guys. Because IDs, you can only use it once. You're wasting your time and your space inside of your computer. You're making your website unnecessarily big. And there is no styling in the entire world on your website that is going to be used only once. How do you know that your website is going to be only one page? That can be 5 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages, a million pages as well. Somewhere that particular styling will be used once again. So you never know when it is going to be used again. So even if you want to use it only once, just create it as a class. You can still use it once. You can still use it twice. You can still use it 100 times. It's up to you to decide then. So it is always a very, very, very important thing to know that you should always be using classes. You should not be using IDs because you are wasting space. You're making your code bigger unnecessarily. You never know if you're going to use it again or not. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Why not to use IDs? Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Okay. So we'll stop right over here itself, guys. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class. The attendance for today's class is already done. For those who have not been able to fill it up, come to tomorrow's class on time and fill up your attendance, guys. I'm not going to open up the attendance. I never do. Okay. If you have missed on one of the attendance, you still get your certificates. So be on time from tomorrow onwards. Be consistent. Learn right over here. Otherwise, miss on your certificates. It is up to you. If you're serious about your certificates, you will come to class on time. If you're not serious about the certificates, it's not my loss at the end of the day. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in our tomorrow's class and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.